Dear students, today we are going to start our next chapter, chapter 3, National Income. In this chapter, we are going to study what is national income, some concept of national income, and how we can calculate the national income of a country. So before starting the class, we have to know about what is national income. A income of a nation is known as the national income of a country. The total income that a nation received from different sectors is known as national income of that country. In the last year, we learned about the income of individual and families and their sources of income. People in a country engaged in different sectors and work in that different sectors for producing the goods and services needed for the society, and in return they get wages or salaries. This is the income of an individual or a family. Like that, a nation, there are different sectors in our country, and in each and every sectors the people are working and they are producing the goods and services needed for the society. So when they are engaged in work, they are producing the things, they are consumed by the people or the consumers, and in return they are giving income to the country, and the sum total of these income from different sectors of the economy is known as national income. We can define national income as the money value of all goods and services produced in a country during a particular year. So, what is national income? National income is the money value of all goods and services produced in a country during a particular year. The income is earned mainly from three sectors. They are agriculture sector, industrial sectors, and service sectors. A country's sectors can be mainly divided into three. The first one is agriculture sector, second one is industrial sectors, and third one is service sectors. The industrial sector and service sector depends on the agriculture sector for the production of their goods. So, agriculture sector is the basic sectors in the economy. The goods that is required for the society is produced from the agriculture sectors, and what is produced in the agriculture sector is used as raw materials in the industrial sectors, and using the raw materials from the agriculture sector, industrial sector produce the things needed for the society. And the service sector, here the people are doing services to the needy people, that is services to the agriculture sector and the industrial sectors like the transportations, professional jobs. All these come under the official jobs, professional job, transportation sectors. All these come under the service sectors. Here the goods and services are produced in these three sectors, and the people of a country consume the goods and services produced by these sectors, in return they are rewarding the income for the country. Next, why do we calculate the national income? So, we are calculating the national income. There is some objective of calculating the national income. Why we are calculating a national income? Because it is the national income of a country that shows the development of a country. That is, we can understand the economic growth and development of a country by calculating the national income of that country. So, why do we calculate the national income? National income is helpful in calculating the economic growth and development of the country, and we can compare the economy of our country with that of other countries, and we can check the development of a country. We can compare the development of the country's economic growth of the different countries by calculating the national income of that country. See the table, it is given in your textbook, page number 38. See the table, here we can see that the national income of different countries in different year, that is from 2010, 2013 and 2014. We can see that USA, that is it is given in billion dollar, that is 16,663.20, and it rose to 17,968.20 from the year 2010 to 2014 in USA. That is, we can see that there is a increase in the national income from 2010 to 2014 in USA. Like that, we can see the income of India. See the income of India, that is 1875.20, that is the national income of India in 2010, and when it became 2051.20 in 2013, and it increased to 2182.60 in 2014. That shows that there is a continuous increase in the national income of the country. And we can also compare the income of the countries. That is, we can compare the USA with that of China, with that of Japan, Germany and India, Italy, Brazil. All this we can compare the income of the country, and we can see the development of the country by comparing the national income of that country. Next, what are the objective of calculating the national income? The objective of calculating, why we are calculating the national income. The first point is that to assess the contribution of different sectors in the economy. We studied different sectors in the economy, that is agriculture sector, industrial sector and service sector. These are the three main sectors. Other than these sectors, we also have other sector, that is government sector, also working in the country. But the main three sectors of the economy are primary, secondary and the tertiary, that is agriculture, industrial and the service sector. We can assess, we can calculate, or we can assess the contribution of different sectors in the economy. We can calculate which sector is contributing more income to the country, whether it is agriculture sector or the industrial sector or the service sector. We can assess which sector is contributing the maximum income to the economy or maximum income to the country. The second one, to study the problem faced by the economy. If any sector is backward, if the industrial sector is giving more income to the economy, we can assess why the agriculture sector is backward. That is, to study the problem faced by the economy, we can study where our country is backward, and we can overcome the problems by calculating the national income, and we can compare the development progress of the country, and we can assess, we can conclude what are the problems faced by the economy. The third one is to help the government in planning and implementing different projects. If we understood the problem faced by the economy, we can plan, the government can plan according to how we can overcome from this problem, and can introduce new project that leads the country to the development, that can be overcome from the problem faced by the economy. So what is the third point, third objective of calculating national income? That is to help the government in planning and implementing the different projects that is required for the economy. And the fourth one is to find out the limitation and advantages of economic activities like production, consumption and distribution. These are the main activities that in the economy, that is production, consumption and distribution. Without this activity, there is no economy, we can say that. So the main activities of the economy is production, consumption and distribution. If we are calculating the national income, to find out, we can find out the limitations and advantages of the economic activities. What are the limitations in production? How we can overcome from these limitations? What are the advantages of our countries in production, consumption and distribution? All these can be calculated by using the national income, by comparing the national income, by taking consideration of national income. So the government can implement new project and planning according to the increase or decrease in the national income of a country. So these are the four main objectives of calculating the national income of the country. The next topic is, for calculating the national income of the country, we have to understand some concept of the national income. The next one is important concept of national income. The first concept of national income is gross national product. We call it as GNP. In short, it is GNP, gross national product. Gross national product is calculated on the basis of the final goods and services produced in a country. How the gross national product, gross means the totality, the sum total of production in a country is known as gross national product. The total, how many firms are working, what all things are produced in the country, it is calculated in gross national product, GNP. So what is GNP? GNP is calculated on the basis of the final goods and services produced in a country. What all goods and services produced in a country, it is calculated as the GNP, gross national product of a country. What is final goods? What do you mean by final goods? That the product that are available for the consumption are called final product. The product, the final product. See, for example, a company which is producing a biscuit, the company use raw materials like wheat, milk, glucose, etc., sugar, etc. as the raw material for the production of biscuit. We can't say that these raw materials are the final product. So what is the final product of that industry? It is, the final product is the biscuit that we can directly consume. So what is final product of a firm? A product that are available for consumption are called final product of a firm. Here in gross national product, we are calculating the final goods and services produced in a country. Example, the shirt. Here in shirt we are using cloth, buttons, then thread, all these are using, and finally we are stitching the cloth and make shirt. Shirt is the final product. So we are calculating the money value of the shirt. A car, machinery parts are made by different companies and it assembled together to form a car. Car is the final product of the company. So what is final product? That product that are available for the final consumption is known as final product. So in GNP, here we are calculating the money value of the final product is taken into account for calculating the gross national product. In GNP, we are calculating the money value of the final goods and services produced in the country. So what is GNP? GNP is the money value of final goods and services produced in the country. This is the first concept of national income. The second concept is gross domestic product, GDP. GDP of a country is the total money value of final goods and services produced within the domestic territory during a financial year. So when we study the GNP, we call it a GNP of a country is the money value of final goods and services produced in the country, that is the totality. Here it is also the total money value of final goods and services produced within the domestic territory during a financial year. Within the domestic territory means, for example, in India, a firm, a industry that is working in India, we take the income of only the industries that is working inside the India. We are not including the industries which is working abroad. There are lots of companies, Indian companies working abroad, and we are not taking the income of that country, that industries, because that income belongs to their GDP, foreign countries' GDP. Our GDP means the industries which is working in our country. That is the income of people working abroad, and the profit of institution and the firm operating abroad will not be included while calculating the gross domestic product of a country. That is, domestic product means our own in a country, what all final money value of final goods and services that is produced in our territory, in our domestic territory, that is known as gross domestic product. Here we are not adding the income of the people who are working abroad or the profit of institution which are operating abroad. That is included in the foreign countries domestic product. Okay, the next one is the next concept is net national product, that is NNP. We know that for the production of things or goods we are using different machineries. Machineries undergo wear and tear when we are using this machinery continuously, that we call it as depreciation. That is net national product when we deduct the depreciation charges from the gross national product from the gross national product, from the GNP, we are deducting the depreciation, that is minus, we are subtracting the depreciation charges, we will get the net national product, because we are using the machineries for the production. Machineries undergo wear and tear. For using these machineries, we are charging some amount of money in the final goods. So these depreciation charges is deducted from the gross national product to get the net national product. Technically, we can see that the net national product is considered as the national income of a country. It is calculated as net national product equal gross national product minus depreciation charges. So, what is net national product? It is considered as the national income of the country. Gross national product minus depreciation charges. Okay. The next concept is the fourth one, per capita income. From the olden age itself, this is considered as one of the main concept of national income. Now it is not considered, as there is a lot of limitations in calculating the per capita income of the country. So per capita income, when we divide the national income by population, we get the per capita income. Per capita income means per head income of a person, individual income of a person. The number of population are there in a country, each and every individual are getting an income. It is known as per capita income. We can divide the national income by the population. We will get the per capita income or per head income of an individual. So per capita income is calculated, that is per capita income equal the national income divided by total population of the country. We will get the per head income of the country. When we are calculating the development of the nation, we are taking the per capita income as the main concept for comparing the national income of the country, that is per head income, that shows the development of the country. If the person of a USA is getting rupees 150 per day, and in India we are getting rupees 100 per day, that we can compare the per head income, that is USA is getting more income than that of the India. There, like that, by using the per capita income, we can calculate the development of the country, or the per head income of the individual income of a country. These are the basic concept of calculating the national income of the country. So that's all for today's class. Thank you.